FedNow is an instant payment service developed by the Federal Reserve for depository institutions in the United States, which allows individuals and businesses to send and receive money. The service launched on July 20th, 2023. Banks will be able to build products on top of the FedNow platform. FedNow was scheduled to begin formal certification of participants of the program in early April 2023. With a formal launch planned for July 2023, it will operate on a 24-hour, 365-day-a-year basis, as opposed to the U.S. government's current system that is closed on weekends and holidays. FedNow charges a transaction cost of 0.043 compared to the average ACH transaction cost of 26 cents to 50 cents. Instant payments with FedNow can accomplish many of the improvements for which a central bank digital currency, CBDC, was proposed. However, FedNow is not a CBDC because it is not a liability of the federal government. By the way, this article or information is from Wikipedia, guys. Just bringing it to life, guys. Let's continue with an article from Yahoo to see what the word is. Jennifer Schoenberger says, quote, Sana, it's official. The FedNow finally launched its long-awaited instant payments dubbed FedNow, which will allow consumers and businesses to send and receive payments in seconds. The system will allow you to pay for groceries instantaneously, businesses to pay suppliers, and people to pay each other. It will be available 24/7 over 7/365 with full access to funds immediately. Here's how it will work. FedNow Instant offered directly to individuals and businesses through an app like Venmo. Instead, it serves as the basis for instant payments by linking banks. Transactions occur between enabled funds to be transferred from a sender's bank account to receiver's bank account immediately. Okay, I'm still skeptical, guys, so let's get more information live and in action. The rest I will link in the description below. As always, editors, roll clip, fair use.
The Federal Reserve finally launching its instant payment service, FedNow. Jennifer Schomburger is here to explain how it all works. Hi, Jen.
Hey, Shauna, it's official. The Fed finally launching its long-awaited instant payment service dubbed FedNow, which will allow consumers and businesses to send and receive payments in seconds. The system will allow you to pay for groceries instantaneously, businesses to pay suppliers, and people to pay each other. It will be available 24/7, 365 with full access to funds immediately. Here's how it will work. FedNow isn't offered directly to individuals and businesses through an app like Venmo. Instead, it serves as the basis for instant payments by linking banks. Transactions occur between bank accounts, enable funds to be transferred from a sender's bank account to a receiver's bank account immediately. FedNow is different from apps like Venmo, which require holding balances in the app rather than sending and receiving money directly to or from your bank account. And Venmo isn't instantaneous. It doesn't do real-time settlement. There's a lot of gymnastics behind the scenes needed to settle the payment. When FedNow is fully available and widely used, individuals will be able to instantly receive their paychecks and use them the same day. It could also help workers who aren't on a regular payroll, like gig workers, an Uber driver, for instance, get access to their wages faster. Now, people would use the service through their bank's apps or websites. It's very much in its early innings right now. Only 35 banks and credit unions, including JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, have signed up for the service. The Fed hopes to get more on board soon.
Jerome Powell has been telling you this for literally 10 years. All right. Now, he goes on to say, over time, as more banks choose to use this new tool, and they will because they're going to have a crisis, it's going to be a liquidity crisis. Okay. This is all set up to get all the banks involved. All the big banks are already involved, but he's referring to the small regional banks, the ones they want to destroy. Okay. It says here, over time, as more banks choose to use this new tool, the benefits to individuals and businesses will include enabling a person to immediately receive a paycheck or a company to instantly access funds when an invoice is paid. So let me throw this out there. They instantly receive a paycheck. That actually happens during hyperinflation modes where, the heck with this. You're not paying me every 2 weeks, you're paying me every week. No, the heck with this. No, you're going to pay me instead of every week, you're going to pay me every day. Okay, no, the heck with this. I need payment twice a day. That's what happens during hyperinflations. Happened all throughout history, all right? That's really what he's talking about because he already knows the plan. He already sees this ahead of time. And then the whole instantly access funds when an invoice is paid, that refers to, and very simply put, a blockchain system has a way of recording when money is in an account and it can be spent immediately after that recording is done, right? Verified by a certain amount of computers out there. And so you're not going to have to wait 8 hours for Swift to put money into your bank and then through a wire transaction and then confirm with the bank. It's a lot faster than that. FedNow is different from apps like Venmo, which require holding balances in the app rather than sending and receiving money directly to or from your bank account. And it isn't instantaneous, which means this, to be able to access your money, you have to have a certain balance in there because there's only so much risk that the financial institution wants to take on. Thanks, Jesse. Got buddies texting me during the live stream. But the point being is that with the multiple lines of verification through multiple machines at once working in conjunction with each other, yet independently verifying these transactions, you don't have to have a dime in there. You could get $100,000 put into your account, and literally the second, whatever the protocol states, whether it be 3 machines initially verify it or 5 or whatever, once that verification is done, it's done. You could spend the money. Boom, you could send it out to your other thing. This is slick. Is it decentralized? Absolutely not. Is it centralized? Absolutely yes. It is a centralized system. Is it intended to control you? Yes, it is. Let's all nod if you agree this is intended to control you. Oh, hey, and also, is this intended to tax you? Yes, it is. You see, the government wants their tax too. So here we go. Consumers might also have the impression that sending money through Venmo is instant. But Venmo doesn't do real-time settlement. Isn't that really nice? The Federal Reserve is trying to make it feel like this is just going to be so awesome for you. And it is for a bunch of morons. There's going to be a bunch of idiots running out there going, this is great. They're just putting money in my account. Like, yeah, it's called a customer acquisition cost. I don't care. This is awesome. I'm going to go buy me a Louis Vuitton. Like, you look like someone that deserves a Louis Vuitton. Don't you have debt right now? Shouldn't you pay that off? Anyway, sorry, I'm having a conversation with the idiot down there. It's just a fake person. But the point being is that they're not going to be fake. You're going to have tons of family and friends that just think this is just swell. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? The money's right in my account. I can just spend it and spend it and spend it. And the government's going to say, yeah. And if you don't spend it soon, because you're doing your government duty to boost the economy, we're going to take the money out and give it to someone that will. There will still be, and this is what scares me too, because people are saying that, and people like high up, like Ted Cruz, are saying this will be bad for Bitcoin. I'm like, are you high, Ted? Are you smoking weed? Because no, it won't be. You see, with Bitcoin and other decentralized cryptocurrencies, built into the code, how much of whatever we're talking about, Bitcoin, Digibyte, Litecoin, how many of those will be made, period. See, the reason why is because they want to contract and expand the money supply. Oh, wait, hold on. Expand and contract the money supply. Strike that, reverse it. Put what movie that is from in the comment section. Point being is this. They don't want you knowing what they're doing. And they also don't like the idea of their central bank digital currency, their CBDC, sitting on top of a blockchain and running back and forth like XRP. Because why? Because there's a ledger. There'd be proof of where that money's going. They love being able to send money to Ukraine to do dirty stuff. Build weapons of mass destruction, bioweapons, hide democratic, blackmail. They like this crap. They like being able to send money without you knowing it. And they don't want other countries knowing what they're doing. Funding proxy wars and things like that. The Rothschilds they don't want to do that.
Hey guys, it's Jose, your regular Joe Blow again, keeping an eye out and my ears open to the FedNow platform. They say it's not an app, and it's not the federal government doing this. Then who is, and why, and for what?
Please return to your home. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect.
Then why are they coming out with this platform that's so easy and instant and so-called good for us?
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
And we already have the best of the best, more reliable, non-trackable, non-permission style of moving money. And it's also federal already. And that is called cash, baby. Cash is king, and I would love to keep it that way. But recently they have imprinted so much of it, it's out of their control, that they are now coming out with this great idea, so-called, that it's instant and faster. Guys, I call this control, point blank. More regulations and more telling us what to do. With our hard-earned money, everything starts out good, and they tell us all we want to hear, but never tell us at what cost and sacrifice to us, the citizens.
What is the liberal premise?
I guess the Rousseau notion, that man is born free but is everywhere in chains, that the real problem with the world is that the institutions are wrong. If the institutions were right, then there was nothing in human nature that would cause us to be unhappy. It's the fact that we have the wrong institution.
What is the conservative premise?
That man is flawed from day one, and that there are no solutions, there are only trade-offs. And whatever you do to deal with one of man's flaws, it creates another problem, but that you try to get the best trade-off you can get, and that's all you can hope for.
So what do? We continue to work with all of this information to our benefit, guys. This is the game, and at least they are telling us what the blueprint is. So guys, like always, do your own research, because all of us are different and our finances also are different. So let's use this to move forward and thrive and scale. And don't forget what my grandfather used to always hammer me with: anchor at every level you find yourself at. If you slip, you only hang. Get your grip back and continue to move forward. Thank you guys for letting me do my best to bring you the best. Stay free.
It ain't hard to tell, I excel, been